Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. We're diving right in. Today we are going to be playing with the Undergrowth palette from Cosmic Brushes. Here is the color story. I think this is quintessential fall and it is also a me palette. I love greens, grunge, I love it all. I love this color story. I think it is beautiful. So I'm going to pop up some swatches very quickly for you guys and we're going to dive in. So hopefully those swatches were helpful to you. I'm quickly going to run down just the few things that I have on right now. I have on the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation in the shade 210. My brows are now, spoiler alert, my all-time favorite brow product. This is the NYX Powder Louder Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I have on the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is the Airbrush bronzer in shade 2. And then I have on my Melt Cream Blush in Honey Thief. So that is everything that I'm starting with. And I, of course, am ready for the fall vibes. I am first going to go into the shade Bark. I cannot really tell, and I can't remember from my swatches. I think it's a very deep, dark, like green shade, but it could also be a deep, dark brown. I'm going to go in with a firm, kind of larger pencil style brush. It's like a fluffy brush, but it's pinched. And I'm gonna go in, and you guys know I like to pack in place first or stamp in place first. This just kind of helps to get the level of opacity that you're kind of looking for. And this is intense, that is beautiful. I still honestly can't really tell if it's brown or green. It may be both. So I'm gonna take this and I'm keeping this a little bit lower so I can blend this out. And I'm keeping it only on probably the outer 2/3 or so. But I am loving that our weather is about to change. It's still pretty toasty here in North Carolina. Like it's still in pretty much the 80s. But this weekend, it is actually supposed to start cooling down, which I am ready for, you guys. I'm also gearing up and preparing for my Halloween party. I love Halloween so much. I know I've mentioned this a couple of times. I love Halloween. I love spooky season. And I love that for me, like Halloween and this time of the year just kind of signifies for me just growth and change. And I just feel good. Like I enjoy the cooler weather. I love Halloween and watching all the movies and stuff like that. And we love having a party. And what we're gonna do is do what we did last year. We have a big, massive 10-man tent. Now, are you asking, why would we have a 10-man tent? You're asking for just 2 people? We have family come in town a lot. I'm going into Lichen? Oh, I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but if I am, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna load that up. I'm not worried about blending or anything right now. It's going to look like shit. Just trust the process. I'm talking to myself too, y'all. We're gonna trust the process. And I'm going to kiss the edges of that other shade with this shade. Again, I'm pressing and stamping first. I am not worrying about any type of blending just yet. But we have a lot of family that comes to stay with us. We host a lot. We have like little gatherings and stuff like that. And it's just a way to kind of make sure that we have extra like entertaining space, believe it or not. We just put a bunch of air mattresses out there, tons of pillows and blankets and stuff, and everybody just kind of sits. Think of it as like a kind of like a hookah lounge or something like that. Like, you know, we're all just kind of sitting on the little air mattresses and it's just super fun. And then it also helps to accommodate overnight guests, which is something else that's super important to us. I do not believe in drinking and driving. I think that if you do that, you're a POS. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. So we like to have the option of saying, hey, whenever you're here, please don't drive. We will call you an Uber. We'll call you a Lyft. We'll whatever, you know what I mean? We'll get you a DD, whatever the case may be. Or guess what? We can accommodate a lot of people with that tent. So we like to set up our tent and I'll make like a nice Sorry about that, you guys. I got a phone call. But basically, I'm stamping in between both of those shades. Again, I'm not worried about perfection right now. I'm not worried about anything looking good. I'm just basically trying to build this bottom shade up, or the deeper shade up, to as dark as I possibly can get it, because I want a lot of intensity out here, like on the outer part of the lid, and then I'll work on blending. But we're gonna set up the tents. We have a cornhole set that my brother gave to us. Thank you to him. We have a cornhole set and stuff like that we're gonna set up. We'll probably do like a little bit of a bonfire and stuff. We do karaoke. We love karaoke. I'm doing a taco bar. That's kind of what everybody voted on in the little event invite thing. So I'm gonna do a taco bar and stuff like that, and then probably do like a couple of like meat and cheese trays or cheese and cracker fruits, something like that. Just, you know, in the case that somebody doesn't like tacos. Like, who doesn't like tacos? You know what I'm saying? Who does not like tacos and tequila, y'all? That's where it's at. But yeah, so I'll make food and stuff like that, and we have a good time. I enjoy doing karaoke, but I am also, it's so funny because I do this so people assume that I'm not shy or that I'm not like an introvert, and I very much am, unless I'm around people that I, you know, kind of feel comfortable around and stuff like that. But when it comes to karaoke, I like it, but then I'm also really scared to sing in front of people. Like, I will either wait until I've had a few drinks, and then I feel more comfortable doing it, or I have to like be in a different room and like have my microphone in that room with me and then do it where no one's watching me. Please tell me I'm not alone in that. Oh my gosh. But I would like to know what your go-to songs are for karaoke. I'll kind of really sing anything-ish. But I like Kelly Clarkson a lot. I like Pink. We love everything. And then speaking in terms of karaoke, or what your favorite like karaoke style song is, what are your favorite like all-time songs? Like, what are the songs that just, you know, either kind of bring you back, or they just kind of evoke a memory for you? What's on your playlist? We have a pretty eclectic playlist. It goes everywhere from, you know, Pink and Kelly Clarkson to Roy Orbison to Marvin Gaye to Otis Redding to Juice WRLD to Post Malone to, like, we love everything. Journey, you name it. Like, if you like it, it's most likely on my playlist. And I love that, like 70s, 80s. I even love like all the way back, like old school, you know, songs and stuff like that, the Commodores and stuff. I love it all. Like, give it all to me. Okay, I'm staying in this brush. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of this in the inner corner, so I'm gonna go into Marsh, which is like my favorite type of green. It's kind of that, I would say like that pukey, you know, baby poopy green, but I love these colors. They're just amazing. Yes, that's what I want. But yeah, we listen to everything, and I feel like music is one of those things. I often speak about this when I'm speaking in terms of like foods. Food for most of us is a love language. For me in particular, it absolutely is. And I view food, makeup, and music kind of in the same manner, as far as being just very universal. Everybody can gain something from listening to music. Everybody can enjoy music. We all listen to music, and it's a commonality for us. You know, I feel like the same kind of goes for food. You know, I mean, we all gotta eat, y'all. And then I feel the same way as far as makeup. Like, yes, there are techniques, and there are, you know, kind of tried and true methods and techniques to, this looks scary as hell, y'all. Look, I'm nervous. There's techniques to makeup, clean brush. But I am somebody that does not believe that, like, oh, after a certain age, you shouldn't do this or do that. And it's really screwed up that, you know, I'm 45 and a half, and I'm literally treated like I'm a crypt keeper, and I'm 98,000 years old, and I'm supposed to not wear makeup anymore. Or, you know, I'm supposed to not wear bold, colorful makeup or whatever. Like, that is so, you guys, that is so absolutely ridiculous to me. I am all for self-expression. That is something that I preach all the time here with you guys, to you guys, and to, you know, my actual everyday, like in real life family and friends. I feel like self-expression, there are no limits. If you want to have, you know, hot pink makeup with blue lipstick, baby, wear hot pink makeup with blue lipstick. Who gives a shit? And that's the part that kind of frustrates me with that type of stuff, is that, like, literally nobody's bothering you unless someone is actually affecting you. They are physically, mentally, you know, affecting you, your family, your job, your finances, whatever the case may be. Why do we care what someone else does to their own self, to their own homes, to their own cars? That's like I was watching somebody, I cannot remember who it was, but they were moving again, and I guess they recently had moved, and were like moved also like maybe a year or two prior to that or something. But like they've moved like 3 or 4 times in like 3 or 4 years. First of all, I can relate. And we did not move because we wanted to. We moved because we had to at first. So people are like going in on this person's comments, and the person's very specifically saying like, look, I know you guys have a lot to say about the fact that I've moved and, you know, continue to move and whatever. And I'm like, why the fuck do people, why do we care? I don't understand that. Oh yeah, and this is definitely for not under the age of 18. I just kind of say how I feel, and this channel is all about that. This channel is all about just everybody loving and supporting and individuality, and you just coming as you are. Like, this is a safe space. I don't tolerate bullying. I don't tolerate trolls and stuff like that. I'm gonna block you, and we're just gonna move on. I do definitely try to pride myself, you know, and I try as much as I possibly can, given, you know, the things that I endure with my pain and you know, depression and anxiety and things like that. I definitely try to make this be a positive and at least entertaining or at least informative type of experience for you guys. But yeah, I say what I feel and I don't typically hold back. And that's something that I've actually really worked hard on in this 6 years of having my channel, because I felt like for so long that I kind of had to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, that I had to kind of do what everybody else was doing. And, well, you know, I can't say this, or I can't use this brand, or I can't say I don't like this brand, or I don't care. I don't care. Life is too short. So, you know, do what you want, wear your hair how you want, listen to whatever music you want to listen to, do your makeup however you want, dress however you want. Like I said, unless someone is actually being, you know, disrespectful, I could not care less. Like, I don't care what you do, honestly. And I think that's the beautiful thing of just about being just humans, you know, being people. We all are different. And I think that's something that I don't understand about racism and, you know, ageism, homophobia, and things like that. At the end of the day, someone else's life, their lifestyle, their life choices are literally none of our business, you guys. None of our business. Again, unless somebody is hurting you in some way, we should not care what other people are doing. Going down here in Sludge with a smudger brush. That's going to go on the lash line. All right, I'm going to go into Reeds, which is like this beautiful little like kind of bony shade. And I'm going to put that right on the brow bone area. But yeah, I don't understand racism, especially in the, like, with the notion of, oh, we're too different. Everybody's too different. Here's the thing. I am different from my son. I am different from my husband. I'm different from my mama, from my sisters. You know, every black person is different from every other black person. Every white person is different from every other white person. So this whole notion of like, oh, black people and white people are too different, but we're all different, you guys. And here's the thing with that, like, and I even see this, and I think that's why I don't give a shit about trends. I think, how boring of a world would this be if we all looked the same and acted the same, dressed the same, ate the exact same types of foods, you know what I mean? Like, wanted to work the same types of jobs. You guys, literally, we would be living in a Stepford Wives type of environment. And I wouldn't want that. I personally would not want that. I think that we should base our judgments of other people on one thing and one thing only, and that is respect. That is something that my mother taught us from a very, very young age. And we were raised in Hawaii and around everybody, all different types of people, different cultures, different foods. And I feel like that's part of why I have such an appreciation and love for just everybody. I just love everybody. I love people. I love kind people. I don't like asshole people. Now from here, I'm going for like a very dark, grungy, blown out, just mess of a look, if you will. I'm gonna go into the actual shade Undergrowth, which is this beautiful high shine, like multi-chrome. It's absolutely stunning. Now I want to keep some intensity here. I'm still gonna kind of blend that out a little bit more, and I'm just going in with my fingers, and I'm basically placing this on the ball of my eye. You can either use your fingers, you can go in with a sponge tip applicator, you can go in with a silicone applicator, whatever the case may be. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I like when it starts to come together after being scared that it's not going to. But yeah, we were taught from a very young age, you do not look at somebody else and because they look different or they act different or they want, different things or they have a disability, whatever the case may be. My mother taught us from a very, very young age, you base your judgment of people, you like or dislike them based on one thing and one thing only, and that is respect or the lack thereof. And I have lived my life with that notion, and me just hearing my mom's voice in my head at 7, 8, 9 years old saying that to us. And it really gave us an appreciation of other people and other cultures, other foods. Like, you guys, I've tried every kind of food you can possibly imagine. And I'm somebody that will say, now there's very few things that I just do not like and I will not eat, and no. But I will try something once. I'll try anything one time within reason. And I love that about myself. I think that we all need to just broaden our horizons just a little bit. And I think a lot of the homophobia, racism, things like that, we often fear what we don't know about, or we often criticize what we fear. And that kind of is like, goes hand in hand. Like, we are afraid as human beings to step out of our boxes, to step out of the norm, to do something different. But here's the thing, if we kind of stay stuck in this, I'm only going to do this, 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 and this. Again, that goes back to me saying, like, what a boring existence. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I'm not going to shit on somebody that does not believe in X, Y, or Z. You have every right as a human being to believe in whatever you want to believe in. Now, whether or not, I understand that, I agree with that part of it's none of my business. What I don't agree with and what should not be happening is your misunderstanding or your judgment of somebody else, making it okay to hurt somebody else, making it okay to threaten somebody else, making it okay to want to invade this person's space or hurt them in some kind of way, or, acts of violence, hate violence, things like that. Those things are not okay. It's one thing to say, hey, I don't believe in X, Y, or Z, fine, but you still accept other people, you're still respectful of other people. There's a difference in that versus saying, oh, well, if you're this or if you're this, you are a piece of SHIT, you deserve to unalive yourself, you deserve, you know what I mean? Like that's not okay. That's not okay in any way. So for me to be able to sit down and do something and talk about something and create and be in a space where universally we all understand each other. Like, if you have a love for makeup, if you have a love for beauty, for that transformation that you see at like the end of a look, it's such a beautiful universal love language, just like food, just like music. Like, I love it all. I am going to go back through with this particular brush that has like a little bit of that shimmer on it. And I'm going to do teeny tiny little circular motions just right here, so that I can make sure my blend is really good here. And then I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of the darker green and really make this super, super deep. I'm gonna toss on some mascara, I'll BRB. All right, to finish off, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper in Cinnamon Swell. Then I'm going to go in with Rebel Rouge Labs, the Immortal Matte in the shade Rite, R-I-T-E. I have not used a matte Luka lipstick, y'all, in a long time. I'm going to put a tiny bit and then kind of tap it out with my fingers. And then, last but not least, I'm going to go into my Blend Bunny Cosmetics Nocti Lucent palette. And I'm going to go into the shade Transient right here. And it is a beautiful kind of iridescent with a lot of green in it. And I'm going to kind of meet out here where I've like really blown it out. Oh, you guys, this came together so beautifully. Thank y'all for, you know, listening to me vent. I never want to come across as being an a-hole, like ever. And then I'm going to go into another little small brush. And I do also want to take and put some of that on the brow bone as well. But I never want to come across as being, you know, rude or mean or being a-hole in any kind of way at all, you guys. But you know, this is my channel and it is a safe space and I want that to be known. You know, we have platforms for a reason. And while I don't get into the topic of, you know, specific things, and I never will, when it comes to just being a kind human, like it's kind of common sense, you know? Unless somebody is actually physically affecting you, they're affecting your life, they're affecting you mentally, whatever the case may be. Like, I am a firm believer in just embracing people, accepting people. I think acceptance, you guys, is a beautiful thing. And this look also is a beautiful thing, if I do say so myself, and I do. I love it. Anyways, that is it. Thank y'all so much for joining. Here's the completed look. That is it. Thank y'all so much for joining. I hope you'll stick around and join my beauty family. I hope you'll subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my beautiful channel members. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.